Hello everyone, welcome to this video on CSS Grid versus Flexbox by Simplilearn. In this video, we'll discuss the differences between both the layouts and we'll discuss which one you should use. I will also show you both the layouts in a practical example without diving too deep. So let's first understand the theory. CSS Grid allows developers to construct custom grids with more flexibility and control than ever before. It is for two-dimensional positioning. We got rows and columns here. Whereas Flexbox is for one-dimensional layout. It is useful in allocating and aligning the spaces among the items in a grid container. The Flexbox layout pattern makes it easier to design and flexible and effective layouts. The grid is used for creating a more complex and organized layouts on your pages. Whereas the Flex items is used to design the responsive pages without using too much of positioning or float in our CSS code. To work with the CSS grid layout, you have to add display grid property to your element. Whereas to create the flex container, you have to use the display flex property. So this is the main difference between the layout of the grid and the Flexbox. Here in the grid layout, you can see that there are rows and columns with all the header, menu, main, right and the footer included. Whereas the Flexbox is only for one-dimensional positioning. Now let's move on to the example to see the working of both the layouts. So here is an example of the web page that does not have any function other than some basic styling. Here on the page we have a header which is blue in color. This is the sidebar with a red background. This is the main content and this black color is the footer of the page. Here you can see all these items are stacked on top of each other. In the code you can see this is the footer part of the page. This is the main content of the page, this is for the sidebar and this is for the header area of the page. For the styling part, we have used some basic styling just so as to understand the example better. Now, we can turn the body into a grid by setting the display property to the grid. So here under the body, we'll set the display to grid. Just save the file and refresh. You can see nothing changes, because by default the CSS grid starts creating rows automatically and adds the content in these rows. That's why it didn't change. We can change it by adding the grid template column property in our body. In our case, we'll need two columns, one for sidebar and other for the main content. Let's set the side area to 30% and we'll keep the main area to auto to cover the remaining spaces. Now if you save the file and reload, you can see the elements are broken into the cells we created. We'll also define the rows for our header and we'll use the grid template rows. We'll set the grid template rows for the header to 60 pixels. For the sidebar and for the main content, we'll set it to auto. And also for the footer, we will keep it 60 pixels. Now if you save the file and reload, you can see the elements are adjusted in a 2D manner just as we wanted. This shows the power of the grid and the flexibility it provides to the developer. However, we can see that the items are not positioned properly in the header and the footer. This is where the Flexbox comes into play. As discussed earlier, Flexbox is about positioning elements in a one-dimensional area. So what we'll do is we'll go back to our navigation list class here and we'll add display as flex. Now if you save the file and reload, you can see these are sitting next to each other. By default, the display sets them into the rows. Now we want the contents to be in the center of the main axis. So we will use the justify content and set it to center. you can see the items are now in the center of the main axis. To center them vertically, we'll use the align items and set it to center as well. This will position them in the center across the axis. For this to work, we have to specify the height, so we'll set it to 100%. So now you can see the items are aligned centrally both on the main axis and the cross axis. Let's now add some spacing between these items. So to give some spacing between, we'll add a margin to navigation item class. We'll set the margin to 0 for top and bottom and 10 pixels to left and right. If we save the file and now refresh, you can see we have the spaces between the items. So I hope this video has helped you to understand the uses of Flexbox and the grid and how we can use them to both to achieve the better result. It is always better to use them both for a more powerful designing and the flexibility on the web pages. Thank you and keep learning.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.